So in this video, we're gonna be going over the shift portion for violin 1 for Las Mañanitas. So if you're playing first violin, yay, but you have a shift. I'm pretty sure that there was a song that we had gone over that needed a shift. If it probably was this one, but it's always good to have like a refresher on making sure that you're shifting correctly. And if I ask you what position you're in, you know what position it is. So what is a position? A position is just where your first finger falls. So if you're playing normally, right, like where you're just first position, that's called first position, because your first finger lands on your first tape, or where your first note would be. So that's first position. Our second position is going to be on the second tape. So we're going to go to our second tape, either a low 2 or a regular 2, depends on what key we're in, right? But we usually don't really shift to second position, but it's good to know what position second position is. So it's when your first finger goes to that second tape. Now, third position would be going to where your third tape would be. I don't have tapes, but that's an A. That's our A on E string, which is our third finger, where our third finger usually goes. You see that? So I'm just shifting to third position. You would need to shift to third position for this song. It's just more comfortable. Like I said, we don't usually shift to second position, but we do shift to third and to fourth position. Those are the most common ones. We have first position, normal. Then we go to third position on our third tape. And then we have fourth position sometimes if we really need to reach a high note. And then we can keep going. There's sixth position, seventh position, but usually like for these songs you won't need to go super high up. So now for this song, first violin, we're going to be shifting to third position. So that means that when we have that C natural, which is what, measure 6, on that B before the C, we have an A, right? And then we have B, C, that B. That B is where you're going to start shifting. That B will be your second finger. But where's your first finger? On the third tape. So you are shifting to a third position, but you're landing on your second finger. So you shift to third position, so your first finger is going to go where that third finger just is, right there. See that? That's third position. Now my hand is in third position, but what note do I have to play? I have to play a B. So if this is A, what's the next note? B, C, D. You see that? So now we're playing notes that are in a different position, but the notes still go the same way. So if you have A, you start on A, you go higher, we have a B. We go higher, we have a C. We go higher, we have a D. So I'm in third position, but I'm playing B, because that's the note that we have. Da-da. And that's gonna be 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Yeah? So all together, just going from the shift, so from the B on measure 5, so third beat, measure 5. We have a bow. Yeah? So all together, it should sound 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah? 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, make sure you stop on beat 1. And then you have a rest, meaning that we have time to shift back. So, rest, and then we have a B. So we're gonna shift back down. Our last note was a C, so we have our third finger in third position. Da 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 da, B, C. Rest, you go back to first position, and then you have what? A B. So you're gonna use your fourth finger. What we could also do is we can just stay on third position, and then we just go to the A string, still with our first finger touching the third tape, but for the sake of keeping the same tone color, we're gonna keep just shifting on E, because we want that bright E string color, Because if you go to A string, you're going to hear that it's a different string. Each string has its own personality. So if you go from E, which is super extrovert and everything, and you go to A string, which is a little more calm and dim, you're going to hear it a little bit. Not too much, it's not too crazy, but for this one, Las Mañanitas, you want it to be very like, wow, look, we're here. Wrong key, but yeah. So that's what we have. And then when we shift back down after the rest, the first rest that you have in the first line, we have and then you have another rest. So on your second rest, you're gonna shift again to third position for that B. B, C, B, B, A, F, G. Yeah? So we have, so for there, we're gonna just play that in third position and then shift back down. Let me show you. So I'm gonna start on measure, what is it? 10, 11, 12, 13. Measure 13. So in the second line where we have the rest, we have a rest and then we have B, C. So there we should already go to third position. So write TP, I don't know, third position. Just make it known that when you're practicing, you know that you have to practice the shift as well. It's gonna take some time to get used to it. I don't need my tapes, and to me, it's just muscle memory. I go to first position, I have second position, first position, third position, first position, fourth position. So I have already memorized it, but trust, it took time. It took time, and it took me actually sitting down and just being very slow, moving, okay, that's third position, and it just becomes muscle memory. But I'm starting on the rest. So we have measure, we said 13. So we have da da da. That's all the three notes that we're gonna play on in third position. We have okay, yeah, we have. So sorry, I lied. We're gonna have four notes in third position. We're gonna have that B, C, B, B. On that A, we're gonna shift back down to first position. So you're gonna have yeah, and then you don't have to shift anymore until A. When we have da 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 da. But yeah, so going again from measure 13, we have. Remember where your first finger is? We're in third position. Now you're gonna jump to that same A, but now with your third finger. Yeah. 3, 1, 2. So all together, from the very beginning, should sound. Shift. So there's only, you shift to third position twice. You only have to do it, measure, what do we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on measure 5 for that B to C. And then we're gonna shift again on measure 13 for that rest. That second one, we have a little bit of time. Whenever you have rests in your music, just make sure that you take advantage. Yeah, you're preparing for the next note that you have. Now we're going to start on A. You have 6 measure rests, and then you have a rest, and then you have ba 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 bum bum ba bum ba 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 bum. Yeah? So for that one, you're already going to start on third position. So you're going to have your third finger on A. Yeah? You have your third finger on A string, first finger. So for that D on A string, third finger, you're gonna put your first finger there. There you go. So we have ta 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 ta. That's our rhythm. So what we're going to do is we're gonna just build a scale up. So we have 1, 2, then a high 3. Why high 3? Because we have that F sharp. we're in G major. I mean, G major, yeah. We're in G major. So we have, that's F sharp. So we have D, E, F sharp, and then fourth finger G. You do have to use your fourth finger here. You cannot use any other finger. You do have to build that scale up on A string. You see how my fingers are built up? D, E, F sharp, G. So that's gonna be on A string. Now for that, you're gonna go to A, third position, for that second measure. Bum, bum, bum. You have A, C, B. So that one is on E string, but we're staying in third position, remember. So start getting used to just string crossing, but we're still in third position. We're not gonna go back down at all. And that's a regular 3. That's no longer a high 3. Why? Because in G major, there's only an F sharp. That third finger that you're just playing right now is a C natural. So we have A, B, C natural. See? So my second and third finger are going to be touching. And there's only a little bit of space between first and second, because remember, when we go up higher on our violin, the little intervals get a little shorter. They get smaller. So two, one. Yeah, so that scale going down. That we have 2 A's. A. Start preparing your fourth finger to go back down the scale on A string. A, G, F sharp, remember that high 3? And then we have our E, D. So all together, it should sound 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, and everything else is the same. You don't have to shift anymore. It's just the beginning, and it goes back to the beginning. That's where you shift. B, C, and that should be it. So the very last part, everything else should just be easy enough to get. But on 58, so in the very last little line, for where the coda is, you have B, C, D, C sharp, D. That's the only little thing that you need to make sure that you have. Yeah? So starting from measure 57, we have rest. You hear that? So once you hit that third finger, you start to move your second finger, because that's going to be your next note. And that's the rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 1.